never get to have any fun. You really fucked up this time!
Screams.
Hey! You got one. Signal's coming through loud and clear.
You know, I don't throw the word hero around a lot. Come over here and let's discuss, huh? Now, I presume you found something that'll work for someone with my natural charm and gravitas? Now that's what I like to hear. Seriously, thank you for sticking your neck out for me.
It's true. You've worked real hard putting things right for us. None of us are going to forget what you've done. But that really just leaves one last topic for us to discuss, doesn't it, Crane? You ready to listen? I'm just warning you, I can't guarantee you're going to be happy with what I'm about to say. Yes. At least, well... It's better I walk you through the whole thing at once. You ready to hear it? All right, then. Follow me. So, I've known where Crane is. I know where his treasure is. But, well, there's a problem. Honey? You awake? You want to give him a little nudge? He's not dead, is he? I didn't think this was what they looked like when they're dead. Just, give him a little nudge.
Boy! 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 Boy is key! Boy is key!
That's all he says anymore. Boy is key. Over and over.
Jesus, Duchess. That thing's been up here the whole time?
That thing is Crane, Solomon. And what exactly would you have liked me to do with him?
Put it out of its misery. Those things are killers, Duchess. Paulie and I have the scars to prove it.
I don't recall yielding the floor to debate here. You agree with me, don't you? Exactly.
Okay, fine. But that person is fucking dangerous. And those things, they nearly killed Paulie and I once. I can't let that happen to the rest of you. I promise. I'll do it with dignity. But I'm killing this thing if no one else is going to.
Solomon, I wasn't even thinking of... You're right. Do it.
Thank you, Duchess. I'll make it quick. Unless... you want to take care of it? And who knows how long that'll take? We just wait around for this thing to get loose in the hopes that someone out there finds it? No. I'm sorry, but Crane's gone. The only decision to make here is, are you doing it? Or am I? Murder? No, You're right, I guess. Well, what about... We'll let him go. He's out of our hair and gets a fighting chance at a life. Who knows? Maybe he'll last long enough for someone to find a cure. All right?
Maybe he gets lucky. Be a nice change for you, wouldn't it, Mr. Crane? Fine. We'll let him go. I'll take care of the arrangements. Get him far, far away from here. In the interim, honey, you're gonna need to reach into Crane's pocket there and grab a map and a keycard. Just try not to get bit. According to that map, the treasure is in some kind of special cache tucked away inside Golly Mine, sealed away behind a keycard locked door.
Golly mine. That's where Polly and I tracked the Scorched.
Son of a... Does that... Did you lure those damn things here when you found the cache?
You sure you still want to let him go?
Hush, Solomon. Now, this cache. I tried to check it out myself, but I didn't get real far. You're already intimately acquainted with Golly, so I suspect you've got the best shot at actually laying hands on whatever's in there. So, here are my terms. I will let you keep said map and access card. No strings attached. As payment for everything you've done for us. But I need your word you'll come back. And buy a drink every now and then. And none of that cheap stuff I serve to the scrappers in Saul.
Hey.
I'm just realizing that having the right people in your life is more important than chasing riches. Good. Now, there anything else you want to discuss before heading out? No idea, sweetheart. He was only ever here alone. If he did have kids, well, they're long gone. I'll be fine. This is just the world we got now. A lesson I keep seeming to forget. Lucky for me, I just happen to have access to a variety of mind-altering substances. So, I'll bounce back. But thank you for asking. Maybe I have great vision. Maybe he wore shirts with too many buttons undone. Maybe you don't need an answer to that question. You got what you needed. What say you let a lady maintain her air of mystery? Good luck.
Boy!
I'm not a murderer. I'll give Crane a fair shot.
Poor Crane. It's hazard of the job, I suppose. Now, what can I do for you? Some other time, then.
Bring me back something nice.
Registered access detected. Error. Hit-Boy registration required. Please report to main office. Pip-Boy detected. Registration complete. Countermeasures disabled. You may now present Pip-Boy at access point. Valid Pip-Boy detected. Access granted. Welcome, prospective Robco customer.
Well, well. We've been having a little discussion with your friends here. Word around the water cooler is you've found Crane's treasure. Good for you. Time to cover your end of the deal. Pay up. A weapon. Singular. Let me see it. That's it? Fine. You give me that, I suppose we can call it even. Unless you can make me a better offer. Summersville, huh? Good bots will fetch a pretty penny. Fine. You got yourself a deal.
Well, I suppose that could have gone a lot worse. Honey, why don't you
Out of
and
my
I
way.
have a little chat while I try and stop my hands from shaking.
It's not the first time I had a gun to my gourd, and it sure as hell won't be the last.
Duchess was asking after you. Should check in with her.
I guess that went about as well as it could have. Though I do wish maybe you hadn't struck a deal with them in the first place. At least they're out of our hair. For the time being. You and me both, darling. That said, I value that man's word about as much as a Brahmin fart. Having Saul and Polly back on their feet, though, should level the playing field in case he gets any ideas. Solomon, you think you and Bessie can go grab Polly's new ride before those boys do?
I can make it happen, Duchess.
Attaboy. Well, honey, I'm real sorry Crane's leads didn't pan out quite like we'd hoped. And while I can't magic up a better treasure for you, what I will do is foot you a discount. You'll never pay full price here while I'm still above the ground. Really, it's about the least I could do at this point. Honestly, thank you. We're on our feet now because of you. You take care of yourself out there, honey. One wayward soul to another. Well, hey there, darling. Something on your mind? No, doll. Appalachia's home to me. Always has been. There was no way I was staying away for long. I presumed I'd only be gone a couple of months. But I kept hearing stories about plagues and monsters and whatnot. When I heard everyone was finally coming back because of some treasure, I figured the monsters and all must have been made up to scare people off. Seems I just vastly underestimated the general populace's level of desperation. So I came back to sell them all drinks and to finally be home again. Me? Businesswoman. Carved a nice place out for myself in pharmaceuticals. I made some friends along the way, and lots of enemies. But I was also able to put away enough scratch and supplies that when the end came, well, I was in better shape than most. Traded nearly all of it in order to build this place, though. Now, the Wayward's my legacy. And it'd be nowhere without you. Great, isn't she? I got her for a steal because the military took all her guns when they retired her. She's the pack-ox forklift hybrid I never knew I wanted. I never would have been able to haul all this stuff up here without her, let alone build this place up. Was Saul's idea to paint her, upgrade her voice module to something more fitting her role. Nothing other than the rumor of the big one everyone keeps babbling about being tucked away somewhere nearby. I've heard it's a city that drops riches from the sky, and that it's a drill that crawls around underground. And at this point, I would not be the least bit surprised to find out it's somehow both. All right, come back when you need to work out your drinking muscles.
Certainly not boring with you around. I'll give you that much.
Hey there, stranger. Look, I can't say this with enough emphasis. You handled that thing with Roper real well. That had bloodbath written all over it. Seriously, all the gratitude I've got doesn't amount to what you deserve. Here, I want you to have this. I've been saving it for a rainy day. But you earned it. So, there's something I can do for you? Well, not much to tell. Scorched just overwhelmed us. It's weird. They seem rock dumb, but sometimes it just seems like they know things that they shouldn't. Like they're talking to each other somehow, just without words. We were holding our own just fine till I got shot. It's a whole lot harder to aim when you can only balance on one leg. Once I went down, Polly went ballistic. Could say she lost her head over it. We look out for each other. Not sure how long you've been out of the vault, but if you want to make it out here, you need someone watching your back. Preferably multiple someones. And Polly's been that person for me for a while now. Yeah, see, Duchess and Polly, they didn't work great together. Duchess treated her like a protectron, a servant to be bossed around. But she's a lot more than that. I don't know if all Assaultrons are like her, or it was something to do with her reprogramming. But she's like a real lady. Yeah, and once I got Duchess to see that, well, it was smooth sailing. Or as smooth as this group gets. Yeah, a lot better now I'm out of that pit. But Duchess spotted me a couple stims, so I'm not too worried. I've had worse. Bounced back just fine. Just takes time, you know, which is the one thing I've got plenty of. Talk to you later.
Not sure if I mentioned this, but I do appreciate you not getting us all murdered back there. Shot on my knees? I am going out with more flair than that. So, thanks. Now, what do you want? Some other time then.
Get you something, doll?
I told you, don't make that chili nearby. It smells too good. I could detect it from the airfield. Why didn't you listen? It's just so odd to see humans again. Well, the non-rotten kind. Anyway, Miguel has some camp schematics on his terminal in the airport and a camp program holotape. Find them and return here. Miguel used to be laid back, but these days he's just intense. It never gets old, unlike Miguel's decomposing remains. Hey, Miguel, did you hear something? Of course not, because you're dead. It's not enough that I am tethered to an invisible point forever, but the nickname, so uncouth. None of the other volunteer bots had idiotic names. An average volunteer takes 132 minutes to set up a camp for the first time. Responder Miguel set up this camp in only 9,999 minutes. Bravo. Right after the responders formed, we trained dozens of volunteers to build camps, demonstrate your camp expertise, and build a generator to power electric devices such as lights. Remember to connect the devices with a wire. Take so much more time. I guess that's a new vault tech advancement. Maybe there's hope yet. If you go back to the responder database, I'm sure there's more training available for volunteers. I guess I'll just wait here for more of you. I hope more volunteers turn up. It's so good to see humans again. I'll give you a couple things to help you on your way to... If the Volunteer Survivor Responders program is functioning again, maybe there will be more of you all. Maybe I can do what he would have done. Being tethered to your corpse is really Rotten Miguel. I keep hoping that Abel will stop by and grant your phone.
Responder Survivors Volunteer Program. Advanced Training, Secure the Supplies by Kesha McDermott. Volunteer responders, like you, must help stock our supplies regularly. If any of our caches are depleted, well, we'll run into a heap of trouble. Since this is your first time on patrol, I will walk you through it. First, head to the triage center. This exercise will take you around the primary Morgantown airport. Now, you want to restock these caches regularly. Volunteer. The triage center sees the heaviest of casualties, so the supplies here are probably always running low. Restock, then head out to the tarmac. Responder Rocky's set up in the processing camp in a cargo container. Hey, you are doing good work, Volunteer. I know it's tough to walk through the wounded and just restock shelves, but we need you to do this. Other responders will take care of them. We need people to depend on. If we're all safe, then we can rebuild anything. The world isn't destroyed, you know. It just needs our help. Anyway, the next supply cache has a key, but you will need to pick it up from Responder Rocky. Just tell him that Kesha has you doing patrols. I'll start heading over to the medical center. You want to keep your patrols pretty quick so the responder database doesn't lock you out. We use the processing center to hold food and drink supplies for any new survivors brought back for triage. So, it's real important to keep stocked. It's been such chaos keeping things well stocked. Since the Scorched... well, since the bombs. Seems like forever now. Like I used to tell my students, things are always a different kind of tough, and so are you. You only need to be tough enough to make it. But the addendum is, you also need to have resources and support to make it, and nobody can make it entirely alone. Okay? Now, go on to the clinic. While you're here, ask the doctors if they have any special supply requests. After that, head over to the control tower for your last stop. As you can clearly see, we need to constantly restock all of these supplies to keep our heads above water. And there's just no signs of it getting any quieter anytime soon. The control tower is on the tarmac, and it's your final patrol stop. I am so glad we established the volunteer program. We've gotten many good responder volunteers this way. DASA does good work in Flatwoods. hard, right? Miguel has programmed some of the bots to restock the supply caches, but nowhere near the rate that we need. So, the goal is that we pull in volunteers to do at least one patrol for formal advanced training. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. When you log into the Responder database, you'll be able to look up additional caches. Thank you for your service, volunteer. And remember, helping others will help yourself.
Oh, thank God you're here. I almost... It's just so good to see you. Let's talk downstairs. Cozy as this place is, there's someone I'd like you to meet. We really went overboard with this place. Feel free to look around. Let me introduce you to Davenport. He's been helping me with some reconnaissance. Keeping an eye on Appalachia.
Oh,
I
so
couldn't have
good
pulled
to
this
meet
place
you.
off without him.
The Overseer
Let's
has been
talk.
so excited.
It's good to see you, but we need to focus on the inoculation. Is it done? The bar owner? Wasn't easy hauling them all the way to AVR Medical, and boy, do they love talking. I've got some plans to make this whole thing easier, but we need to get you taken care of first. So, did you finish it? The inoculation? I know I owe you a sit-down, but I need to discuss this first. I'll be quick. Once you're on board, we can catch up, and I'll answer any questions you might have. Now, the inoculation. Did you finish it? I know. Believe me, I know. But we can't focus on what other people could have done. We have to focus on us. Our future.
Let me tell you, it's quite a job, keeping track of all the comings and goings here in Appalachia. Our task is nothing less than to guide the great rebuilding effort. I'm always delighted to see a resident of Vault 76. Well, former resident.
The inoculation. Have you finished it? Good, because we're gonna need a lot more of it. Have you been to the mountains lately? It's not just us anymore. People from outside Appalachia are coming in. I snuck around 2 of the larger groups and saw them both building. Walls, housing, defensive positions. They're coming to stay. Each and every one of them is walking into a medical crisis they don't even know about. I don't know if you've been following the rumors, but there's something in the mountains. No one's managed to get into it yet, but one thing's for certain. It's a vault. I eavesdropped on some of the newcomers, and whatever is inside there has gone from speculative guesses to full-blown fantasy. Stories of untold riches would draw groups of people even before we turn the world into a wasteland. Hope and greed are powerful motivators. I don't want to lead us down the wrong track, but I've got my suspicions. The gold people are finding in the rivers can't be a coincidence. But first, we need to make sure the newcomers don't get infected. Judging by the architecture, the ones to the north are the old raider pals that crazy robot Rose keeps going on about. You might, need to talk to her about them. See if she can arrange a meeting or whatever their word is for "we need to talk, don't shoot us." The ones to the south look more like a caravan of families, but who knows what they've been through. Don't let your guard down around either of them. Oh, yeah. I can't remember the official title. You'd think it'd be burned in my head with how many times I played that for everyone. The reality is a little different, though, isn't it? Prepare for the future. Thank you. Really. It's good to have my Vault family around again. Anyway, I'm sure you must have other questions. We can talk about them now if you want. Or if you're ready to head out, just be careful out there.
It seems as if more people arrive in Appalachia every day. This is very encouraging.
Vault 76 is a family. We'll get through this together. Pretty hypocritical for me, of all people, to take off on my own, huh? Oh. At first, I was just racing ahead, hoping that if there was any trouble, I'd hit it first. And then there were the nukes, the scorched plague. Seeing my old neighborhood bombed to pieces, I needed time. Me too. I grew up here. My parents used to live just down the hill. If there's one neighborhood I'm rebuilding first, it's this one. Let's hear 'em. Well, remember, it's not a scavenger hunt. I put them in place to help you on your way, even when I can't be there personally. All right. Go ahead. Well, remember, it's not a... Stay careful out there. Together we've made Appalachia safer. But she still has fangs.
Mole rat hit harder than you!
you can. Authorized to trade supplies. Requisitions now available. Resupply here, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment. Ammunition and other supplies available here. Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies. Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies. If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service. Be sure to stock up while you can. I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment. Resupply here, citizen. Requisitions now available. Requisitions now available. Stock up now while supplies are available. If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service. Don't face the wasteland without the proper supplies. Welcome, citizen. I am authorized to trade supplies. Be sure to stock up while you can. Now trading for supplies, ammunition, and gear. I am authorized to trade supplies and equipment. Resupply here, citizen. Ammunition and other supplies available here. Ammunition and other supplies available here. If you have supplies to trade, I can be of service.